Today we are breaking down the Adidas Trae Young 3s. Let's go. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Zach here with Tamsters Kicks. Today we're breaking down the Adidas Trae Young 3s. This has been a line of basketball shoes that I've really wanted to love, but I didn't like the ones. I didn't like the 2s at all, and big expectations on the 3s. I hooped in them, played in them. We're going to break these bad boys down today. If you guys haven't seen a video from me, we're going through traction, cushion, support, materials fit, all that good stuff. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, you know, all that YouTube stuff. But the Trae Young 3s, man. Trae Young, basketball player, Atlanta Hawks. He is a sniper. This man can hit from anywhere, cross anyone up. He is deadly, and we finally got a new pair of shoes from him. I have not been a very big fan of Trae Young shoes. Adidas is pretty good with basketball stuff, but I just have not liked any of the Trae Youngs so far, which is kind of weird. I feel like they make some good ones for a point guard from Adidas, probably like their main big figure, along with James Harden, but these are interesting, so let's break them down. A little bit of release details with these bad boys. They just came out not too long ago, retailed at $140. Not super expensive, but a little bit more expensive I would have liked to seen. They did a lot of different things on these ones, changed up big time, which is why I was really excited, and they look very different, like 3D printed kind of vibe we got going on with these bad boys, but high expectations as I played in them, and they were pretty solid. The traction pattern features a combination of rubber and patterns. So you have two different rubbers along here, as well as two different traction patterns. You have this translucent kind of herringbone material here. You have a softer, more kind of mid-foot plate area that he wanted to do a little kind of torsion style right here on the forefoot area, more lateral movement there, and then you have this different grip pattern along the toe to help with pushing off and stuff. Step backs really too, and then just a lot of different coverage on the outsole here. I was honestly very impressed. No, definitely the number one word to describe this is grippy. I don't think I've played in a basketball shoe since the Curry 9s and 10s that I was blown away by the grip as much as these. It's one of those where you're first putting them on and you're walking and you're literally tripping because the grip just catches and bites on the floor so good. So traction, absolutely sensational. It's pretty wide too, so it feels like it covers a lot of surface area. I don't know dimension wise compared to other outsoles on basketball shoes, but it definitely feels that way to me, and the traction was amazing. Cushion, the Trae Young 3 features a new foam cushioning setup. So this new cushioning system is kind of this wedge foam material. You can kind of see here as it sticks out a lot here, goes towards that back part and along. It combines very well with the traction pattern on the bottom, as you can see that this lighter shade goes into the translucent part here. For me though, I was not a big fan of it. It felt fine, break-in will be something that definitely has to go down with these, but it feels heavy to me. It's supposed to, the whole point of this was they're trying to keep you low to the ground. Trae Young likes to play low to the ground with a lot of support because he's had a lot of problems with his feet and ankles and stuff, but I was not a big fan because it feels really heavy. I don't know if it's because it feels clunkier with this new wedge foam, or if it's just because the surface area is so much on the bottom of the shoe. It just felt heavy and bringing me down. It's moving, I didn't feel as quick with my side to side movements and stuff. Maybe I just had to get used to them, but that was just my impression. Materials are nice, but there's a lot going on the Trae Young 3s. So you got micro mesh along here, neoprene kind of details, and the foam is just very interesting with this different setup you got going on. They went it was pretty crazy on these. You have a primarily textile based upper with those neoprene details, like I said, and it felt good. It was breathable. I like the tongue. The tongue is really airy and cohesive. It feels like a good unit here. One thing I didn't like, which I'll bring up with the fit and support, is the back heel has a lot of Achilles heel cushion in it. I'm not a big fan of a ton of that. I feel like it's kind of excessive sometimes, and especially on these, it created some problems with the fit and the support for me personally. So not a big fan of that part of it. The Zion 2s kind of had an issue with me personally, that those pads in the back stuck into my heel, my Achilles. So I don't like that detail here. I know Trae Young needs it. He likes that kind of padding back there. I can tell they're trying to do that for Trae Young specifically, but I think it's too much and it created some fit problems. So yeah, the fit, one of the big problems I've had with Trae Young shoes is the first ones. I felt like they're dead space everywhere, and I almost had to go down a half size, which I didn't like because it was super tight on my foot. Then we had the Trae Young 2s with that like sock mesh everywhere, the sock knit entry. I hated those, honestly, because it was the same problem with the fit. Like I just felt awkward in places. And now with these ones, I had such high expectations. But putting them on, I had to lace them all the way up. I had to lace them tight. And this is my true to size fit. And then the back heel was just like clunky. And like I felt my foot like coming up out of it. So the fit is really weird. Maybe I do need to try a half size down, but I still felt kind of tight in like the forefoot area. So not a big fan of the fit, and I think it has a lot to do with this padding in the back and the super thin tongue. So I don't know, maybe try it out. Try true to size, definitely though. I recommend a true to size fit, but you might need to check out a half size down as well. Finally, support was definitely like TFP, like top priority on these bad boys. They wanted to get Trae Young good support. They provided a lot of outsole and cushioning materials to make it cohesive, add some different torsional plates and stuff, and they also had these web locks, which I hate because these things are gonna break. These things will be gone. They seem a little more sturdy than some other traditional stuff. Like I think it might be like a paracord material in here, but like these things are gonna rip. So that sucks for the like lace systems. That's the only way you can get the laces through. But lacing them up feels really good. Support back here does feel good. It's just the fit wise feels really uncomfortable, and I just think there's a little bit too much padding. Traction, we're giving these a 9 out of 10. It is phenomenal. I like the Currys better. I would prefer them, but like maybe over time these could be even better because there's a little more herringbone in it with that grip instead of just like an all foam setup like the Currys. So very good job there. Cushion, 8.5. I felt like the cushion was pretty good. Break-in time will be required on them, but I think over time as that combines with the traction pattern, it's gonna be really nice. Materials, 8 out of 10. I was like decent with the materials. I don't really care as much for textiles, and this is a little bit not what I like to play in, but I did like the tongue part on it, so it was like decent. Fit, 7 out of 10. Honestly, for me personally, one of the worst fitting basketball shoes I've put on. And Trae Young's line has continued for me, like 1, 2s, and 3s. I have hated the fit. I like Adidas shoes because I like the Dames. Dames are one of my favorite, like outside of like Nike basketball shoes. I love the Dames, but these didn't do it for me. Support, I gotta give it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty high on there. It could be a little higher if I liked the padding setup in here, which I just don't like, but I feel like this keeps you locked in, and as long as these lace locks can not break and fray, it'll be pretty solid. Trae Young 3s, man, 140. I would say I'm a little disappointed because I had high expectations once I saw the model that they were gonna fix it, but I might just keep playing in them because the traction and cushion are absolutely phenomenal. So I would check these out. Give them a look, guys. Thanks for watching the video today, though, but we'll see you on the next one.